Peace. These people they have children that are teenagers, for crying out loud. If they are in America, they will be grandfathers now. Why is it that Peter? Because he has already have that impression that, oh, the people always call Jude the elder one, go and settle your brothers, go and put your family in order. What do you mean, go and put your family in order? My family is in order. Let them put their family in order. If they are doing business together, let them put it in order.
This PSQAURE matter. Yo, what are we gonna do on this PSQAURE matter, man?
I never see twins where they fight, where they disagree, pass, reach this PSQAURE guys. Tired to just their fight. You know, these guys have been really fighting a long time ago. And you know, people were even thinking maybe it's their wives or something that, you know, that's the most thing that will affect twins or brothers, you know, when they get married or something. So as in, these guys have been fighting since, and you know, they reconciled together 2021, which everybody was happy. There was a video, Macaroni was there, a lot of people were there. Macaroni too was happy, people were happy, like PSQAURE are back together. You know, they took some shows, then they went to some shows, they did some outings together, which everybody thought everything is fine. Not until now, when they started their new issues now. You know, it's really crazy seeing twins brother, you know, getting into fight, getting into issues, and it's not getting out, it's not being solved. Nobody's trying to get into solve this. You know, Jude said his stuff that he has called a lot of people has came in to try and solve this. You saw pictures of Peter Obi also with the family, probably he's trying to help them to solve this issue, but no, this is not going through. So guys, if you're new to our channel, kindly subscribe to our channel and click on the notification bell for more updates. Promise to give you all the best every time, and also click on like and comment in the comment section. So for real, this PSQAURE issues has been a long time ago, and I think it's long overdue. These guys should have just settled things up. They are not young again, just like Jude said in his video. These guys are not young again. PSQAURE should be in their 40s now, or maybe probably they're being in their early 40s or probably their late 30s now. Like, I was not expecting, or I'm not expecting something like this to happen between them. They should have found a way to solve this. And from what we're seeing, from what people are saying, be like, see, a lot of people don't try to solve this matter. They know it's no great solve. Like, a lot of great people, a lot of people in their family, a lot of elders, a lot of people in the industry, a lot of people have tried to solve this issue, but they are not getting it solved. But you know, I think the basis of this issue is just about money, like a contract or no contract, this and this, and you know, it's just really crazy. Which PSQAURE, I don't know, one of them has to just go to the EFCC and, you know, complain about them being scammed by his brother, and you know, that's really not good. So Jude, okay, has come on live to clear the hair. He said a lot about what happened between them. He said he has tried his best to get them together. He has tried, a lot of people he has tried to get a lot of people to sort it out. You know, he said when people are asking him to sort this out in his family, he said no, his family is fine. That means his nuclear family is fine. But Jude and Peter and Paul should find a way to solve their stuff, and they are grown-up guys. They should solve their things. And he said actually it's not the eldest in the family, so they shouldn't put the issues on him. So you know, Jude said a lot of things, and Adeshope too said a lot of things. You know, Adeshope about to support anybody. PSQAURE, Davido, anybody, Seun Kuti, Portable, they support everybody. So, you know, he gave his own part of the story. Maybe there's a way they can get this up, which they can, things can be solved, and artists can go on well. So, guys, I'm going to drop the video for you guys to enjoy it. Thank you so much, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel.
Peace. These people they have children that are teenagers, for crying out loud. If they are in America, they will be grandfathers now. Why is it that Peter? Because he has already have that impression that, oh, the people always call Jude the elder one, go and settle your brothers, go and put your family in order. What do you mean, go and put your family in order? My family is in order. Let them put their family in order. If they are doing business together, let them put it in order. I have tried to the point that I sacrificed myself. I mentioned this thing when I was doing with Tunde Not. I have practically done everything possible. What is expected of me now? No, you two tell me, what do you want me to do? He had to look for a way to go and twist the EFCC situation to make it look fraudulent. The address he was talking about, if my wife having her people's address, was the address of the account opener. The accountant that opened the account address, he went and paid, sought account opener. Oh, they opened an account with their address and now came out and said the Ajayi Coca Street or whatever in Yaba is my wife's home address. My wife has never lived on the island. She came from Warri to Jakonde. From Jakonde, me and her met, and the rest is history. How did you see an address and just concluded that it's my wife's home address? If not that you are looking for a way to just put that thing out there, put for my head. They told me, don't ever put your opinion, don't ever contribute to this thing. We don't want to have anything to do with you with P-Square. I have left them. Tell me, what else am I supposed to do to find my peace? Even if I come up from here now, go to live for Iceland, Peter go see talk say, Paul dey side with me, so that the backlash will come again. Okay, now let's go. The issue of I think I finished the issue of EFCC. So the EFCC investigation is still on. So I was able to get my petition in place against P-Square, because that's the only way I can defend myself. If they were all busy focusing on my account to see what Peter alleged I was having as P-Square royalty, I couldn't get them to focus on their account to see the evidence that what I am having, they are also having their own share. So I have to go and put in a petition so that they can now have authorization from me officially to look into their accounts, so that they can bring everything that has to do with P-Square process. They go put them for the table. They go see what everybody gets in, what they get by their account. So basically, that is what my petition was all about, and that is, I believe, what the investigation is on. I'm not. The EFCC are doing a very good job. They are very thorough, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. If you are in trouble, if you do anything illegal, and EFCC put their touchlight on you, no go feel don't go anywhere. Those people are very, very thorough. Then they tell me where I changed money 16, 17 years ago. I don't even remember. I don't even know people I even send the money to. So now, what is giving me a heartache mostly about this EFCC stuff was Peter never, not once, came to me and said, brother, please, I'm having some issues with this money thing. I saw this money going to your account, or I saw this thing. How did he see the money going to my account? He never came to me. In December, end of December, I remember the picture I took with my son that I posted. End of December to early January, I saw him. He walked into my compound when I was going out with my son. When I was going to the compound to play with my son. He was like, hey, how are you? Uncle Papa is here. He played with my son and everything. He now asked me for a hand tool that I had. I told my boy to get it for him, and he now left. Only for me to, 2 months later, to be invited by the EFCC. And when I saw the petition, my heart skipped a bit. I was like, oh my God. This guy came to my compound to come and play with my son, knowing fully well he just wrote and submitted a petition against me. I couldn't put that together. I almost lost my mind. Wait, you were just playing with my son 2 months ago, and looking at your petition and the date, it was very obvious you have already submitted a petition against me, and you came and put up a face. You smiled with me, and you played with my son, and you borrowed my tool from me and left. I can't get that out of my mind. It's hard. It's so hard. I can't. It's hard. Not that I don't want to. I've tried so much to see if I can forget that. It's just not leaving my head. You said I was taking money that I am entitled to. You get your royalty when it's due, you share it into 3. Paul gets his own, he shares into 3. I get my own, I share into 3. P-Square had issues, you stop sharing. I told Paul, stop sharing too. Let everybody keep what they get. And it has been like that for over 4.5 years. P-Square came back together. I did the noble thing. I brought it back to the fold again. Everybody continued sharing again. But till date, 2.5 years later, after they came back, Paul is still not sharing, Peter is still not sharing. They get it, they keep it to themselves. I said, no problem, let me move on with my life. I still ended up in EFCC. Because once you mention Jude, I mention P-Square inside it, the person to carry the blame is already available. Now let's go to the secret company. My people, the secret company is none other than Northside Music Entertainment. I signed Cynthia Morgan with Northside Music Entertainment. All Cynthia Morgan videos has Northside Inc. in it. How is it a secret company to Peter all of a sudden in 2024? No, I want to understand. How is Northside Music that has a CAC certificate registration since 2015? How is Northside Music that was registered, according to him, the address of the secret company was my wife's. That's how he had to get my wife involved. It has to do with my wife's people's or my wife's home address. Please look at the address here. You can see what the address says. It's 178 Lola Holloway, Omole. Both my address, both my signature and Ife's signature says the same thing. Can you see that? Look at it. So why would it say Umokeke Ifeoma Chidinma, Jude Okoye Chidozie? This is the same Squareville. That's the address of Squareville where the 3 of us, Peter, Paul, and Jude, lives. Or rather, we were living then. That was the address that was used to open the secret company. Peter has to look for a way to make whatever that has to do with my account look fraudulent. I don't understand. CAC, every company registered in CAC is in public domain. This thing has been registered for 9 years. Cynthia Morgan was signed in October of 2013. Then I wasn't expecting to sign Cynthia Morgan. Like you people already know, the contract was prepared by Cynthia Morgan and her then manager, Joy. They came to my room suddenly begging, Jude, let's just do this. So I did not have any company that I run with. I'm only running with Northside Entertainment, which was P-Square and me. I was like, okay, to make it a little formal then, I now used the letterhead of Northside Entertainment to print the first page of that agreement. But whatever write-up that is about the agreement is talking about Northside Music Inc. This was 2013. We're talking about 11 years ago. What is so secret about Northside Entertainment? Everybody in this entertainment circle knows about Northside Entertainment except Peter. He all of a sudden was shocked that he discovered a secret company called Northside Entertainment, Northside Music. So now my wife got entangled in it because obviously you cannot open a corporate account in Nigeria as a single entity in 2015. I don't know about now. So I had to get her inside as my second director, and that was how her name ended up in these documents. When I went to the EFCC, we had to go and sit with the EFCC boss, the 3 of us. And the man asked Peter, why are you bent on wanting to involve Jude's wife in this matter? We have investigated for 6 months. There is nowhere, there is no how, there is no means that we have found any connection that has to do with her. They just used her name as a second director in the company registration. She's not in the banking. She doesn't have access to the account. She doesn't have any security. She's not security to the account. Why do you always want to have her involved. I've told you several times to leave her out of this. And Peter's answer was, he has to get her involved because if the table was turned the other way around, we're going to involve his wife. That he should go and see what I was talking about his wife on social media. Please, I want to ask you people, I have 1 million naira to send to anybody that can go on Google and find any time I posted a tweet or Instagram or Facebook or whatever, any defamatory whatever on Peter's wife. Please, the first person to send that in to me on my DM will win 1 million naira.
This P-Square matter. Yo, what are we gonna do on this P-Square matter, man? Like, it's just so painful to watch. APM, I see you, brother. APM, you don't send me no content, man. You're recording all these dope concerts. You don't send nothing through APM. You don't send nothing, bro. You become slow, bro. This was not APM before. Sis, the trade fair was an absolute smash. Over 3,000 people came today. They had to stop them from going in. People were queuing up. Hey, so good. I'll see you in Valencia tomorrow. APM, send me some content, man. I need some exclusives. Listen, what are we doing with this P-Square matter, man? Like, bro, if you hear from Peter, everybody will feel so sorry. When you hear from Paul, everybody will be like, hey, yeah, Paul. Once you hear from Jude, everybody's like, Jude, you've gone through so much. Who can we believe? Like, it's just so heartbreaking, man. So heartbreaking. Like, and the most painful part was when Jude said, there's nobody way they feel called to settle this matter. If we see P-Square story like this, everybody's like, why did they treat Peter that way? They cheated Peter. When Paul speaks, everybody's like, rah, Paul, no. Nobody deserves to have treated you this way, Paul. Is that Jude? Jude is the problem. And then we hear from Jude. We are like, oh God, Jude, you don't try. Jude, you don't suffer. No talk again, Baba. You don't say enough. Jude came with receipts, bro. So where are we going with this now? What can we do? Because this P-Square matter, I don't know about you guys. I believe this is the one thing that the devil wants to use to demolish Afrobeat's legacy. Because P-Square, if you come to think of it, P-Square was arguably the first pop act of the 20th century to be touring stadiums in Africa. This was like the Michael Jackson effect in Africa in the 20th century. These were the first artists. When people were collecting $2,000 for a show, these guys were collecting $150,000. I'm talking 15 years ago, bro. I'm talking before we even thought that there was money in this industry. P-Square was shutting down stadiums, collecting hundreds of thousands of dollars. I remember their Glow endorsement. Their Glow endorsement at the time, correct me if I'm wrong, was over 150 million naira. I'm talking like 10 years ago, bro. So if we're now looking at the demolition of the legacy of one of the most incredible pop acts in Africa, especially the 21st century, this is complete. This is like the implosion of the entire entertainment industry. Because if you listen to everybody, it comes down to one thing. Guess what it comes down to? It comes down to royalties, signatures, contracts, gentleman agreements, and what the official deals are. So, once again, if you listen to Peter, you listen to Paul, you listen to Jude, it comes down to royalties, copyright infringement, intellectual property, contracts, and money. So, if we go into this P-Square whole drama, regardless of who's right, who's wrong, who's in the middle, who's on the right side, what it shows us is the argument that we've had in the industry, or lack of information, education, and awareness over the last couple of decades with intellectual property ownership, copyright infringement, royalty splits, and legal agreements. This thing is putting a massive spotlight on that now. Because if you listen to everybody, it's all about who owns the rights to the song, who has the percentage in the rights of the song, who's getting splits in the royalties, who's enjoying benefits that they perceive not to be enjoying, who's in the dark about where money is being transferred to. Bro, no be small matter. No be small matter, man. It's time for everybody to be educated. Make sure that your contracts agree to your terms at the beginning. At this point, I think I'm also going to encourage people to have video agreements. Because signed documentation after a couple of years seems not to be enough. Because people are coming up saying, oh, you know, I didn't agree to those terms. I did it under duress. I didn't have to say it then. I was hungry. We need video agreements now. In addition to your signed paperwork, I want to see you on tape agreeing to the terms that we discussed. Because it looks like after a couple of years, money comes in, everybody's memory starts to get a little bit wheezy. Everybody's memory starts to get a little bit wheezy. Video agreements, trust me, because these signed documents is not doing enough now. It's not doing enough. Because it's just... And what are your thoughts about having this thing in the public like that? Like, having this conversation out in the public. Listen, man, I understand where Jude is coming from. He's gotten the wrong end of the stick. The negativity largely has gone towards Jude and his family. And at this point, he's got to come out swinging. He has to defend his own credibility as well as his family. So nobody's even talking about that. But I believe where the leak comes from the beginning, that's where the problem is. We need listen, man, we need a solution. We need a solution to this, because this thing is even big enough to catch international media attention, you know. If CNN catches a wind of this, this is documentary level that can embarrass the whole industry. Everybody. If an international documentary maker catches a wind of this, trust me, they can embarrass the whole industry, do a documentary, the rise and fall of the most incredible, iconic duo from Africa in the 21st century. How they came from nothing to something, became the biggest act in Africa, touring stadiums across the continent, and all of a sudden, it all came crashing down because of allegations of copyright infringement, intellectual property disputes, contract and legal agreements. Man, it's gonna be crazy, yo. I don't know what we're gonna do about this situation, man. I just thought I'd pop out and show you. But yeah, peace out.